I make every sponsor so good, except for there was that one puzzle game sponsor, but that was because I got legitimately mad.
Oh my God.
I couldn't figure it out.
That's kind of funny though. I've only had one sponsor, I would say, that went really bad where like they were pissed after. And I think I've told this story before. I worked with this mobile game, right? And they were like, oh, we want you to like help promote like our 1-year anniversary event. And I was like, sure. But at the same time this was going on, I didn't know about this. Their entire community was pissed because they were like not adding content and like all their whales were like pissed off basically.
So they're paying
so then they saw, they're like, you're hiring these streamers instead of putting this money into like fixing this game that we spent thousands on. So during my promotion stream, they all got onto the app and like they changed their names to like fuck game or like Emiru is a piece of shit. And they were like bombing and attacking my base. And I was just like, yeah, like this is happening. And then after the game was mad at me.
What?
Yeah, they were like, we don't want to pay for this. But my manager like made them pay because they signed a contract. But I was just like, damn, this is crazy. I mean, I haven't heard their game since, so I assume like, I don't know.
I've only had one experience with a sponsor that would ever just not pay me. And then I've only had 2 experiences where a sponsor, and I'm curious if you guys have the experience. You ever had a sponsor so bad where you're just like, no, I'm good, while you're mid playing it?
No.
No, I have never had a bad experience with a sponsor, every single person, because to me, I used to sell a lot of things that, like I would just sell random things to people. And it's like, if they weren't happy or I wasn't happy, like I couldn't really get a refund, right? Yeah. For like whatever reason. And so there had to be like a lot of implicit trust. And so like my mindset going into doing a transaction with somebody is that I don't want them to be like, I don't want to fulfill the transaction. I want them to be happy.
Yeah.
And so I will do a little bit extra and I will go a little bit farther because I want that person to give me business again, because I understand like 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers. That's the way that things like this work. And you guys know, you've probably gotten a lot of repeat sponsors, right?
Absolutely.
There it is. And so it's the same with anything, like regulars in a restaurant, anything like that. So for me, I've never had that problem. And I've always like, I'm generally pretty, like I'm selective about the kind of things that I'll like take sponsors for or not. And like sometimes I'll make an exception if I think something will be funny or whatever.
Yeah.
But in general, I don't want to take anything unless it's something that I'm like, okay, this will make good content.
For sure.
Right? And so, yeah, I've never had a bad experience with a sponsor at all.
Yeah, so I put my benefit of the doubt with a person I previously worked for.
Yeah.
And they said, take this sponsor. Trust me, you're going to like it. These are a great company to work with. And if you do this one, there'll be more down the line. It's a 4-hour sponsor for a game.
That's a long time.
I was 37 minutes in. Game barely worked. Looked like shit. My entire chat was just like, bro, what the fuck are you
I think
playing?
I know what game this is.
Yep. And I just looked at the camera and was like, guys.
Sponsor for Diablo 4.
Yeah, it was Blizzard.
I quit the game live on stream and I just DM'd the company, guys, I just can't do it. I'm sorry, your game is terrible.
Damn.
Yep. And I just, I didn't ask for anything. And I just closed it. And it was good. No, I was expecting a lawsuit, but I just couldn't do it. I was also very sweepy that day because streaming is very hard and you guys don't get it. But like,
hardest job in the world.
It really is, man. You war vets don't get it. Sorry, that's crazy.
Like, I think with sponsors, like people just, I wish that people were a little bit more positive about it because it's like, I think also a lot of people take sponsors just for the money. And it's like, that's the main reason why people take sponsors.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, like that's the reason. However, it's like there should be a spectrum where it's like, if you know something is dog shit, you shouldn't just be going and being like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, or you should definitely play this game. Maybe it actually just sucks and you should pick something that's better.
Yeah.
Unless they pay you a lot of money and then you'd have to be a little bit more creative.
Oh yeah. There are some sponsors that will offer streamers such a ludicrous amount of money to play their game for so little. It's like, you really can't hold it against them, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like if I ever get those sponsors, like I thought about doing an unsponsored Raid Shadow Legends stream.
That's insane.
Just to know what it's really like. Because you hear all this shit about the game constantly. It's like, that's like the sellout game, right?
That's a really good idea.
Yes. Yes.
That's like a really good idea.
And actually try the game out and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because everybody's always talking about it. What is it really like? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a unsponsored Raid Shadow Legends video.
That's what makes it interesting.
Never.
And the people who I have seen play it unsponsored are like the worst human beings on earth.
Yeah.
So they're probably partners.
Well, I mean, it has to be good to some people if they have so much money to pay people to try it, you know? They might have to be making money.
I don't know about.
Well, what I'm saying is they have to be making money to be able to give out money.
It's been around for a while, and yeah, I think Emmy's right. They're making money somehow.
I think it's because it doesn't matter in 2024, it does not matter if a product's good or not. It only matters if it was marketed well or not. And I think this game was marketed very fucking well to where people would have the illusion of, oh, it's the hottest thing, so I better get on now before all my friends overlevel me. And then they get, too much time sunk, too much money sunk, and they don't want to quit because nobody likes being told in the gacha game they wasted all their money on a shitty fucking game. And that's why people get really angry at me when I say this gacha game is no longer good because they feel like idiots.